Welcome to the Gardening Responsibly PlantSure tool. This short video provides an orientation of the PlantSure tool developed by Macquarie University. The video does not provide step-by-step instructions. Instead, we will be pointing out the key features of the tool and handy hints for anyone interested in conducting a full risk assessment of a plant. Plant risk assessments are an important component of the Gardening Responsibly initiative and are used to identify which plant species qualify for the Certified Gardening Responsibly eco-label. Each species is researched individually to find information about its history, biology, and ecological impact. To categorise a plant species as having a high or low invasion risk, we need to have evidence of multiple factors of invasiveness. The PlantSure tool takes you step by step through the assessment process. The PlantSure tool can be used to assess both exotic and native species of plants, as well as cultivated varieties. Each type of plant has a slightly different assessment process in the tool. You will find the complete PlantSure tool on the Gardening Responsibly website. Visit the website and download the tool, which is in the form of an Excel spreadsheet. Let's go to the spreadsheet. When you open the spreadsheet, please look at the Instructions tab. At the bottom of it is important to read the instructions before you start, as this section has important information to help you complete an assessment. Let's go across the bottom of the spreadsheet and have a look at the different tabs. So next to the Instructions tab is the PlantSure Ornamental Plant Decision Support Tool tab, PlantSure OPDST. This coloured page is the full assessment tool. The next tab is the Cultivar tool. Use this if you are assessing a cultivar or hybrid. You will need to make sure the parent species have already been assessed. The 9 questions determine if the cultivar presents the same risk or a different risk to the parent. There is also a supplementary tab for this cultivar tool for question 8. The Example tab contains a full assessment, an example full assessment. It shows the level of detail required to justify responses and answers to each question. The next tab is how to use Climatch. It explains how to use the Climatch tool to answer the climate similarity mapping questions in the full assessment, questions 6 and 8. The Websites tab provides links to the websites that can be used to search for information about each species. And the glossary contains a list of terms used throughout the tool. Going back to the Website tab, we recommend that you open these websites in order and keep them open for the duration of your assessment. This allows you to more easily find information across multiple websites. Let's go back to the PlantSure OPDST tool. At the top of the spreadsheet, in the white section, is the assessment summary. Enter the name of the accepted name of the plant species you are assessing here. You can complete the other details in this top section as you work through the assessment. To ensure there are no transcription errors with species names, we recommend copying and pasting the accepted name of the species you are assessing into the search window of the websites you will use as information sources. The complete assessment is conducted in the sequence listed, with the blue section first, questions 1 to 5, then the yellow section, questions 6 to 11, and finally the green section, questions 12 to 27. At the end of each section, there will be instructions on whether to continue or stop the assessment. For example, if you answered 8 out of 10 in the yellow section, you would be finished the assessment. But if you answered less than 8 out of 10, you would continue into the green section. The PlantSure tool requires that the answers given to each question are evidence-based. Let's look at the example. The example we use here is Rhododendron ponticum, or wild rhododendron. In the first question is the name you have provided, the accepted scientific name for the species. As well as instructions on how to answer the question, there are instructions on how to respond. So what options there are for answers. The tool asks the assessor to provide an estimate of the confidence of their responses, as well as a justification and a link to the source of the data. So for this question in the example, the confidence level, the response is yes, the confidence level is high. The justification is that the species name is accepted on the World Flora Online and APNI websites, and links to both of those websites are provided in the references. All questions include instructions on how to answer the question. Every question answered must contain an answer in each of these columns, and only some questions can go unanswered. Let's go back to the PlantSure OPDST. The blue section, questions 1 to 5, is the quick assessment. The questions in this section are designed to quickly determine if a plant meets the criteria for a low risk of invasiveness or is rejected outright. You can complete a standalone quick assessment using the research portal, but if a species is not accepted or rejected after the quick assessment, a full further assessment is required. The yellow section, questions 6 to 11, is the pre-screen assessment. These questions are designed to quickly determine if a plant meets the criteria of having a high risk of invasiveness. If a species scores more than 7 points out of 10 here, the assessment ends and you will fill out the summary table at the top. Otherwise, continue to the green section. The last section, questions 12 to 27, are the main questions, which will be required for any species which has not been previously accepted by the quick assessment or rejected by the pre-screen. At the bottom of the green section, the score will automatically be calculated out of 25. Enter this score at the top in the summary section in assessment score and complete the rest of the summary section. So in summary, there are several different sections that you will work through in numerical order. It is important to read through the instructions, both on the instructions tab and in the instruction cells next to each question, to be able to properly answer each question in the blue section and, if required, the yellow and green sections. Finally, fill out the summary table in white at the top of the spreadsheet, including writing the assessment justification summary. Thank you for watching this short orientation of the PlantSure tool. Please refer to the Gardening Responsibly website for more information. Happy risk assessing.